transition movement is all about fighting climate change, going local, reducing the waste mountain as much as possible, reusing, repurposing. That's what we do.
Transition Leytonstone is one of many transition towns, as they're often called. It's a local community trying hard to create something more resilient for the future. It's based on the idea that we've got to change the way we do things because we're making a terrible mess of the planet, and we've also got a very unfair society. We need to do things differently, and if we wait for the government to do something about it, it's going to take a very long time. Let's do what we can, do it locally. So part of it's about meeting our own needs locally. So we have a community garden. We hope to teach and encourage people to grow their own food. We have a community fridge, which distributes food that would otherwise go to waste to local people. And the Library for Change, which is a library of 500 books on transition-related themes. It's about bringing people together. It's got a social aspect as well as an environmental aspect. And one of its aims is to have a good time. The community fridge is primarily a food waste project. Most of our large stores, our supermarkets, waste a lot of food. It used to go into skips, either because they've over-ordered or the food's been on the shelves too long and they know they're not going to shift it. The aim of the fridge was to try and capture that food that would otherwise go to waste. And the best way to do that was to get all the big supermarkets on board.
Okay, this is the really heavy one.
Yeah, no, I'll come back to that one.
We'll come back to that one. It looks like a lot, but believe me, it's not a fridge full, and it will all go within the hour. It'll probably go within half an hour. Even though we ration people, we let them take 4 things out of the fridge, 5 things out of the store cupboard, and if we have a lot of bakery and a lot of fruit and veg, we don't draw any limits on that. We don't put any limits on that. So usually there's always something that's in great abundance, even if we might be short sometimes of other things. Just got to go with the flow.
They're nicely fed in the area here. They can't go hungry. And I give them a cup of soup as well.
Yes, very famous soup.
When I go home with lots of food, to help the family. Yeah. Cost of living is very high. So whatever I get here, I use it to supplement what I have at home. Yeah, I'm happy.
Because in this time, everyone needs a bit of help. It's true. Yeah, because everything gets so expensive. And stuff is fantastic. Yeah, you look after us very well. This is what I can say about this community fridge. It's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I lost my job and the situation is not very easy now. This is why I come here. I'm very welcome. Thank you very much for the community because these people are fantastic.
Is it Flo? Yeah.
And you know her? She's my friend, my lady.
Yeah. Do you want to be filmed?
It's your turn now.
So you have a meal, then you have a dessert and drink. Beautiful, Thank you very much. Normally I do soup, I make a nice soup for 2 or 3 days, it's beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Climate change and the transition movement cover so many different areas of activity, so many different topics. And we felt that one thing that we really need to get out to people is just information about all these different topics. We were very lucky that we were offered a space, community space in Leytonstone behind a local shop, which we can use now for free. The library is open when the shop's open. We've got a wide range of books. Some are quite academic, sort of alternative economics, that kind of thing, ecology, climate change, but some are very practical. So we've got books on gardening, foraging, how to repair things, crafts. We've also got a children's section. So we've started running a series of events related to books in the library, roughly 1 a month. Those events have been facilitated or run by the author of the particular book. They've been, so far, all pretty much fully booked. so doing well.
Let's just kind of hold that question in our minds as we walk through the heat. What am I bringing with me? And then we'll get to a shady point and we'll talk about it and do some writing.
Ever since we started Transition Leytonstone, I thought it would be great to have a community garden. We were looking for a plot of land that we could use for a garden, largely for growing food. We talked to the local community about it. There was a lot of interest. We were offered the site that we accepted and where we currently have the community garden. And we built the shed and a new fence, all the raised beds. And then Shannon, who is now our gardener, appeared out of nowhere and said, "What are you up to?" So we told him what we were up to, and he joined in the creation of the garden and has been the main gardener there ever since.
This is the grand opening of our newly built cob pizza oven. So over the past couple months we've had some volunteer sessions, people coming in and helping to build this oven. So we decided to have our grand opening on a wet Sunday afternoon. We've cooked quite a few pizzas already today, just refiring the oven to get it back up to temperature, and we're going to sort of crank out a few more pizzas over the next couple hours.
You just have to try it to like it, you know. I used to not like veggie, but now I do. Because he grows veggie. Last year he did something really nice, so he said that this year he did.
This pizza's so good. I would take another. I would take another slice of it.
We aim to be very open and to encourage anybody who's concerned about what's happening at the moment and would like to take action in some practical way. We'd like to encourage anybody who feels like that to get in touch. And what we often do is arrange to meet that person and have a chat, or invite them along to the next steering group to see what we're up to and to see how they might get involved. So we'd really like to feel that people are taking action in any way they would like to and that we're supporting them.